Hey everybody, and welcome to today's video where we are looking at the McFarlane Toys Detective, I think it's the Detective Comics 1000 Batman. Yes, Detective Comics 1000 Batman, the blue variant. Don't have the black one. That is one of the worst looking Batman figures I've ever seen. And the blue one is not much better. The only reason I picked it up is just because the blue and gray Batman is my favorite look for Batman. So, yeah, not a great figure. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right off the bat. Not terrible, but not great. It probably doesn't help that we had a really, really awesome version of this figure come out earlier this year that I've already reviewed. But, yeah. So, let's get started on this guy. First things first, we're just going to go ahead and get out of the way. Let's move him to the back and we'll look at his accessories. He comes with a display stand that it says DC on it, has 1 foot peg. Doesn't really help much. He comes with the world's thickest batarang. Don't know how effective a batarang that's that thick would be. Because, like, I mean, if you scaled this up to the size that it would be to hold in your hands like Batman would, it'd have to be like that thick. That would be ridiculous. The grapnel gun, which isn't terrible. I like the design, and I like this part. Just not a fan of this part. I wish they'd have done like the old DC Universe Classics figures and just gave us like a piece of string. Or if they made this 2 parts where you could pop this out and just have just that down there like he's ready to shoot. Because, I mean, I don't know. I just don't like this part. So, yeah. And last but not least, he comes with a holographic version of the trading card that come with the, and that flash is just gonna, you can kind of see it. The flash isn't really helping much, but it's just a holographic. It's the same exact card, just holographic. It's got a bio on the back. They didn't even bother to change the suit color on this, but it is what it is. Let's look at the figure, I guess. So, first glance, he's not terrible. He does look better than the black and gray version, which isn't a bad look for Batman, but that one's just bad. But when you start looking closer, he's not great. In my opinion, the head looks a little squished, but it's all right. One of the things is his feet. They look like clown feet. They just look huge. And, like, especially, like, when I compare him to Superman here in a second, I'll show you. Like, compared to Superman, they look huge. And I don't understand why, because they're the same, like, base figure. You know, they're the same, like, scale. I don't know. I can't talk. But let's just go over articulation real quick. Head is on a ball joint. Has a lot of range. I mean, it's really nice movement. Look up. Look really far down. Arms can go up, but they get hindered by the cape. They're really tight. Go out about that far. It looks like there's supposed to be a butterfly joint in there, but I don't know. I can't get it to move. Swivel above the elbow, double elbow joint. Wrist rotates and is on a hinge. He has an upper body diaphragm joint like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures. And then lower body, decent. Legs can go a little forward. Pretty far back. Double jointed knee. No boot swivel. He does have foot swivel there, and you can go down. No left, well, a little left to right. And then he has a toe. So he has really I mean, decent articulation. He's just not a great... He's just not great. I don't know. Something about him is just off to me. His legs look too long and skinny. His feet look like clown feet, like I already said. His head looks squished. And I think some of those problems probably wouldn't seem as big of a deal. Well, now he doesn't want to stand. It's hard getting him to stand because, as you can see, the ankle joint is a ratcheted joint. So this one, it's pushed down. The next click, it's up. There's no, like, it should stop where it's even, but it just goes past it. So it's really hard to get him to stand. And I mean, you could put him on the display base, but yeah, I mean, the display base is almost too small. Like, his legs are straight down and his foot is almost hanging off. So, not the best base in the world. So, let's see. We can put his accessories in his hand. And there we go. There he is with the grapnel gun. He's not going to make it very far because it's a really short rope. And then in his other hand, we can put the the batarang. So overall, he's not terrible. I think he makes a good toy. But for $20, it's maybe not so much. Especially, we'll just go ahead and do some size comparison. Especially when you can get this guy for right at the same price. He doesn't come with any accessories. He's a little shorter, but he is so much better looking. And he's, I think, like a couple dollars more. I think on Big Bad Toy Store, he's like $23. But at the same time, on Big Bad Toy Store, he might be like $22, $23. Either way, if you're wanting a blue Batman, choose this one. Or go way back and get the DC Universe Classics one. That was a good one too. But if you're wanting a Batman in this scale, choose this one. I feel like I'm griping too much. And I mean, McFarlane just now got the property. There are some really good McFarlane Batman figures that are supposed to be coming out. So I think they're going in the right direction. This was just not a great start. Like, I have the Arkham Asylum Batman, and it's not perfect, but it is miles better than that thing. So, I mean, I think McFarlane's going to get better. You know, they just started. So, we got to give them time. Hopefully, they don't do like Mattel and start doing really good and then turn to crap. And here he is compared to the McFarlane Superman. And this is one of the few times where I actually prefer Superman over Batman. And I never thought I would say that. And it kind of tastes bad coming out of my mouth. But the Superman figure is a pretty solid figure compared to Batman. I actually have him sat with these guys because I don't have an essential Superman. And the scale is close enough to where you can make it work. Especially when he's on a slot stand, you can't really notice. So, yeah, that's about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Final thoughts, if you like Batman and you want to get it. If you like Batman and you want a good figure, buy this guy instead. If you're just buying it for a toy, buy that one. I can say, unlike this guy, I have not had an arm pop off on this guy, so that's a plus. But yeah, that's about it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, subscribe, comment, share, and until next time, we'll see you.